Darren Robertson, 2014, video blog 3, verbal and nonverbal communication. In the text, in the chapters 4 and 5, learn a lot of things about verbal communication and nonverbal communication. Most of the things are self-explanatory and we see and use on a day-to-day basis. In the text on verbal communication, it states a lot of things that we should avoid when we're communicating verbally, such as lying, sexist speech, racism speech, ableism, using those kind of communicating like that can be very disrespectful and you can offend a lot of people. Lying is something that you encounter every day. Everywhere you go, there's somebody that's gonna lie to you. Not saying that bad people, but they communicate like that. A lot of people feel they have the need to lie. They lie for many different reasons. When communicating non-verbally, I learned a lot of things that will become useful in the future, such as emblems. Communicating, using your body language to communicate. Say, for instance, if you use this in the States, it might mean something else in another country, and you may offend someone. When you're talking to people and they're communicating, you read their body language. If they're communicating with you non-verbally and they're avoiding eye contact, they may not want to talk. They avoid touch. You communicate non-verbally. There's ways you communicate, like using smell, for instance. Something smells bad. Facial expressions. Example, if you're speaking to somebody and they give you a compliment but they have a frown on your face, it might be confusing. Might not know how to interpret that. In terms of importance, I think verbal communication and non-verbal communication are equal. You can't have one without the other. When you communicate, I think you can't have one without the other. You can tell a lot about someone's body language when you're communicating, like their posture, facial expressions. If they're avoiding eye contact with you, they might not want to speak. Another thing that was important, another thing that I found insightful is silence. When you're communicating, there's a silence. The text says that when there's a silence, that means the listener is probably trying to interpret or thinking about what you said or thinking about something to say. When I use silence in communication with my friends and my family, it's usually just like that. They say something and have a short pause, trying to figure out what they're saying. I mean, when you're communicating like that, that's an example. When you're communicating and there's a silence, and you can read the other person's body language and you can kind of understand what they're going through. Say, for instance, if they say something confusing and you have a pause and a strange look on your face, it might, oh, well, you're confused. Pretty much that is it. This is my presentation on verbal and nonverbal communication. In closing, I think they're both equal and important, and you can't have one without the other. Thanks.